Abraham Lincoln. I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. The great point is to bring them the real facts. Sir, my concern is not whether God is on our side. My greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right. This country, with its institutions, belongs to the people who inhabit it. Whenever they shall grow weary of the existing government, they can exercise their constitutional right of amending it, or exercise their revolutionary right to overthrow it. No man is good enough to govern another man without the other's consent. If we could first know where we are and whither we are tending, we could then better judge what to do and how to do it. That some achieve great success is proof to all that others can achieve it as well. I remember my mother's prayers, and they have always followed me. They have clung to me all my life. Discourage litigation. Persuade your neighbors to compromise whenever you can. As a peacemaker, the lawyer has superior opportunity of being a good man. There will still be business enough. I do not think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday. The shepherd drives the wolf from the sheep's throat, for which the sheep thanks the shepherd as his liberator, while the wolf denounces him for the same act as the destroyer of liberty. Plainly, the sheep and the wolf are not agreed upon a definition of liberty. I like to see a man proud of the place in which he lives. I like to see a man live so that his place will be proud of him. My dream is of a place and a time where America will once again be seen as the last best hope of earth. Stand with anybody that stands right. Stand with him while he is right, and part with him when he goes wrong. Don't worry when you are not recognized, but strive to be worthy of recognition. A friend is one who has the same enemies as you have. I have said 100 times, and I have no inclination to take it back, that I believe there is no right and ought to be no inclination in the people of the free states to enter into the slave states and to interfere with the question of slavery at all. I have said that always. It would astonish, if not amuse, the older citizens to learn that a strange, friendless, uneducated, penniless boy working at $10 per month have been put down as the candidate of pride, wealth, and aristocratic family distinction. There may sometimes be ungenerous attempts to keep a young man down, and they will succeed, too, if he allows his mind to be diverted from its true channel to brood over the attempted injury. Why was the amendment, expressly declaring the right of the people to exclude slavery, voted down? Plainly enough now, the adoption of it would have spoiled the niche for the Dred Scott decision. It was that which gave promise that in due time the weights should be lifted from the shoulders of all men, and that all should have an equal chance. This is the sentiment embodied in that Declaration of Independence. Nothing new here except my marrying, which to me is a matter of profound wonder. We find ourselves under the government of a system of political institutions conducing more essentially to the ends of civil and religious liberty than any of which the history of former times tells us. If there should prove to be one real, living free state Democrat in Kansas, I suggest that it might be well to catch him and stuff and preserve his skin as an interesting specimen of that soon-to-be extinct variety of the genus Democrat. Whatever woman may cast her lot with mine, should any ever do so, it is my intention to do all in my power to make her happy and contented, and there is nothing I can imagine that would make me more unhappy and to fail in the effort. Extemporaneous speaking should be practiced and cultivated. It is the lawyer's avenue to the public. However able and faithful he may be in other respects, people are slow to bring him business if he cannot make a speech. I never went to school more than 6 months in my life, but I can say this, that among my earliest recollections, I remember how, when a mere child, I used to get irritated when anybody talked to me in a way I could not understand. It has so happened in all ages of the world that some have labored, and others have, without labor, enjoyed a large proportion of the fruits.